All day long, this church in Murrells Inlet has been full with thankful people and bellies who might not have family to celebrate with this year, want to comfort those who don't have family to celebrate this year, or have a disability that actually makes it hard to cook or even get out of the house.
My wife always cooked. I lost her. I was married 50 years. She passed away 4 years ago. As
the old saying goes, you don't know what you have till it's gone. It's a little more clear on holidays.
We were married so long that we could think for each other. We were to that point. You could finish sentences for each other. My wife was my best friend. I mean, without a doubt, she was just a great person.
But just like the meaning behind Thanksgiving, Robert Bartell is focusing on his blessings, the memories, the present, and the days to come.
My attitude is you just got to make the most out of life. Every day is a blessing.
And that is exactly what Low Country Community Church's No One Alone on the Holidays dinner is for. Strangers finding company within strangers.
I live alone, so I was going to go out to eat anyway today. Normally, I actually, believe it or not, I cook a turkey almost every year, and I decided to eat out this year. Came out to maybe meet different people, you know.
Michael Smith lost his father, and although Robert was a stranger this morning, the two ate at the same table and share a lot in common, like the mentality of counting blessings.
I'm thankful for my health, and I'm thankful for the roof over my head, and I feel blessed, definitely blessed.
I feel blessed. The people are wonderful, and it's just nice to do something like this.
Not missing what's gone, but finding a community to be thankful for. Now, probably the most thankful of all, the volunteers that make this dinner happen each year. They say they love to see the gratefulness, the overall thankfulness that is in the entire environment through this church. I even saw some people today show up, not for dinner, but because they wanted to volunteer or help out where they could. Yeah, the supply chain issues certainly haven't stopped shoppers from at least trying. Stores throughout Horry County have been busy all day long, and there hasn't really been a peak time. One employee told me it feels like summer tourism in Myrtle Beach, just consistently busy. Supply chain issues aren't slowing down the Thanksgiving Eve rush at grocery stores through Horry County, and several shoppers are pleasantly surprised.
With everything that's been going on with COVID and the shortages, I was surprised and actually pleased.
I was really surprised. The lines were good. You didn't have to wait, and compared to Maryland, the lines are just terrible up there.
But that's not everyone. You might remember an economic professor at US of C telling us the vaccines led to an immediate spike in shopper demand. And while items with a hard to predict demand are short, others are a little more expensive. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says food prices are up 5.4% from this time last year, and they rose 1% in October alone.
I think it's pretty much overall seeing inflation in every market.
I didn't see anything like jacked up or anything like that. Everything looked pretty much the same as always is.
Still, grocery store chain Publix is trying to get ahead of any issues, limiting some Thanksgiving staples to only 2 per customer on items like jarred gravy, pie filling, and paper napkins. But whether or not shoppers got everything on their list, some are focusing on the purpose of the holiday.
Most important thing is just to be with family, you know, down here during the holiday season. So I thank God for that.
Now, that professor told us the hardest hit items will probably be seasonal items because it's hard to predict how many people will buy them, and come spring, they're hard to sell. Now, one shopper told me the only thing she can't find anywhere is Christmas fabric, and that was not the case last year.
Well, Jennifer, take a look at these pictures. These are just a few of the pictures I shot from earlier today about Thanksgiving giveaways in Florence. Now, organizers say while they were happy to serve the community normally again this Thanksgiving, what really made it special was all the volunteers that came out to help. For the first time since 2019, the Junebugs Care Organization and the Manna House were able to return to normal operation this Thanksgiving holiday. Leaders say last year COVID-19 made it hard for them to find volunteers to help with their projects, but not this year, and for some, volunteering on Thanksgiving is a family affair.
For a family to dedicate time, especially for families now, the last couple of years, these kids have been in college. So they got limited days to come home and be with their parents and friends. But for them to spend a few hours out here with us, that fills my heart.
This tradition is the same for Emily Santiana, who shared her thoughts on helping those in need get to the next day.
So having this day and being able to be here for them is just something that I really treasure.
At the Manor House, one volunteer used to be someone who stopped by to get a meal, and now that he's turning his life around, he decided to give back.
I guess God told him to come do it, man.
But while everyone is happy to give back, everyone I spoke with hopes events like this won't last forever.
Our job is to put ourselves out of business. We don't want any customers. We want everybody to be fed. So it's an unbelievable feeling knowing that you did good that day, and our folks appreciate it.
Volunteers say if you're interested in helping but just don't know how, just show up and they'll promise it'll be worth the risk. Jennifer, this gas station off Interstate 95 is charging $2.99 for regular, and while that may seem like a lot for some, others say they were pleasantly surprised. For the second day in a row, I spoke with travelers driving on Interstate 95 ahead of Thanksgiving. People were coming from across the East Coast, but no matter the place, everyone noticed the difference in gas prices.
Gas prices are obviously a problem, but hopefully in the next couple months or so, we'll start to see some change and go in the right direction.
What did change today was how many more cars were on the road compared to yesterday, leading to Thanksgiving traffic.
It was bumper to bumper for like 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, never even saw an accident or anything.
Or for travelers to get creative with their route.
We ended up driving through somebody's backyard just about and popped out back on 95 and made pretty good timing that way.
But regardless of the high gas prices or delays on the road, people say they're ready to celebrate Thanksgiving with friends and family.
Pretty excited. I mean, sometimes it gets a little overbearing, drive a long way to get together, but yes, we're excited.
This is our first and our first little one, and so we just really enjoy spending time with her and being around family.
One traveler said they saw a ton of police on the road and had a great reminder tonight to focus on driving safe rather than rushing.